2026, the Explorer family is growing and we have the newest member here. Nick, what do we got in front of us?
We have the Tremor Explorer. This is a first for the Explorer and it's gonna change the game. We have some good bits that we got covered here. This is our first look, and so what we see first is going to be this orange color that you know so well with the Tremor lineup. You have those recovery hooks down below, not necessarily tow hooks, but recovery hooks down below. We have those fog lights off to the left, the Tremor lighting inside the grille, and what is somewhat common with the Tremor lineup is that black Ford oval. Now you have LED lights up top, but really where the trick party is around the side where we get these 31.5-inch all-terrain tires. The suspension has been retuned for off-road. It's about 1.2 inches higher than your standard all-wheel drive trim. And you're also going to get some skid plates underneath. 3 skid plates, steel skid plates at that. So you're gonna make sure that you're underneath, all the vitals are protected as well.
Ford says the Explorer already spends a lot of time off-road, so this should just make those folks a little bit happier or encourage them to go a little bit farther off the beaten path. It's not the biggest overhaul, but there's a lot going on here. And one of the best things of this, not only do we get more off-road performance, we get a little bit more on-road performance. 2 things here. We can get the 400 horsepower engine, and we are getting the absolute latest version of Ford's BlueCruise, that's 1.5.
Yep, so what's gonna come standard is a 2.3 liter EcoBoost. It's gonna be out 300 horsepower, or you can go for the optional 3 liter EcoBoost and get 400 horsepower. You're gonna have either BlueCruise 1.5 like Travis mentioned on the inside, optional multi-contour seats, so you're gonna get that massage feature, and you're also gonna have just a lot of amenities on the inside to make it comfortable on-road as well as off-road. But that is really gonna do it for our first look. We'll get a peek on the inside and see what's changed on that, but it looks overall beautiful. It looks like an Explorer, but just with some off-road capability, and that's what we're looking for in the Tremor.
You'll know it's a Tremor by checking out the interior. Nick, how's the seating here?
It feels pretty good. You know, we got the captain seats here in the second row. We have some climate control settings down below with the 110 volt AC charger and 2 USB-Cs. If we go ahead and pull that out, 2 cup holders down below since we don't have that center console. And overall, these seats are pretty comfortable. You have seat pockets on the back in front of you, so you have plenty of storage. Let's hop in the front and see what it's like up there, because that is where people are gonna be spending most of their time. Now you have the optional Bang & Olufsen speaker system that you can find here in this trim that we're looking at. Now this trim is going to be pretty fully loaded. It's gonna have the optional engine as well. So it's gonna have 400 horsepower, that 3 liter EcoBoost, wireless charging mat here, some more storage, and all of your buttons to turn your traction control off or go for your 360 camera view. Now this big old screen is front and center, and that is poking above the dashboard. Different than what you're gonna find on like that new Expedition Tremor, where that screen is a little bit more subdued down into that lower cut dashboard. Overall, these like Alcantara or kind of like softer material inserts on the seat bottoms and seat backs, the Tremor embroidery up on the seat back, orange contrast stitching, and overall that orange is going to be found throughout the outside and the inside to make it known that you are driving a Tremor. Now one thing I do see is a lot of little Easter eggs if you're looking through the interior. Right here in this little pocket down below, I don't know if you have that on that side, I have it on this side, but you have little tiny Explorers posted around there.
I'll hand the camera to Nick here, he'll give you a look.
Embossed inside of that. Little Easter eggs found throughout the vehicle. And that's what Ford does so well. Not only do they make it capable, comfortable, but they also make it fun for the family to find all of those little Easter eggs.
And as Nick pointed out, this is basically going to be a fully loaded model. So we're not losing a bunch to get some of these off-road features. It really is a top-end trim. Like I said, the more powerful engine, more of the equipment groups available. You don't have to say no to your Tremor to make it a little bit more capable. This model's off for the moment, but for folks who recognize that little module, that's going to be for your BlueCruise. Now, I mentioned BlueCruise 1.5 available here in this trim. We just took a look a little while ago at the latest version of BlueCruise being 1.4. The change here for 1.5 is that this car will now do some automatic lane changes. So that means that when you have a route set or when you have your speed set, it's going to look at the cars in front of you and say, hey, they're going a little bit too slowly, and to go ahead and make a lane change of its own volition. I assume it's going to let you know before it does so, but just one step further to make this a much easier and more usable feature set. And then on-road convenience is coming even in this off-road trim.
Now, if you're looking to get your hands on the new Explorer Tremor, you're gonna be looking at Q4 2025. That's gonna start hitting the lots. We don't have pricing just yet, but we know they're gonna be able to find it in the 25 year. The model year 26 is going to be released in Q4 2025. So
if I had to guess, we're looking probably around that ST pricing. Look at it as sort of a dual top tier trim, but it's a very different feature set. Like I said, different tires, different accent pieces, But Nick, this seems like it might be the Explorer you would be most interested in.
Yes, for sure. Off-road is my thing. And to recap, I missed just a couple of things. To recap, obviously we have the outside aesthetics between the lighting and the orange. We also have those recovery hooks up front. Front and rear fascia has been changed, so we have increased approach, departure, and breakover angle. 1.2 inches over your standard all-wheel drive, 3 skid plates underneath, 31.5-inch all-terrain tires, and Tremor-specific wheels. So it's going to be functional, it's going to be beautiful, and it's going to be a great vehicle all around for you and your family. So if you're looking to get one, you're going to look out for Q4 2025. This should be hitting dealership lots. So let us know down in the comments, what do you think about this all-new Tremor? You have it in the Expedition now, and now you have it in the Explorer. It's almost all SUVs in the Ford lineup are getting this off-road treatment. It's no longer a visual plus package. It is now a functional and visual package. So I'm a big fan. Let us know down in the comments what you think about it. Is this something that you'd be shopping for you and your family, or would you go something a little more subdued or even something bigger like the Expedition?